Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to replace the power supply unit, popularly known as PSU, in the desktop. The story is that in the morning, when I tried to power on my desktop, there is no response from the desktop. I tried replacing the power cable, thinking that maybe it's some issue with the power cable, but that was not the case. Then I tried switching the desktop to the other socket in the house, but still there was no response. So uh, for this type of issues, most of the time it is the PSU, but it could be something else also. So what I'm going to show you that how to identify the core issue and figure it out whether it is really a power supply unit or something else. So what we are going to do for this is that basically we are going to open the desktop, and I will show you that what exactly this PSU unit and where it is located, and how to identify whether the issue is with the PSU or something else in the desktop. Something else means basically it could be memory, it could be motherboard, or it could be anything else, right? Any external attachment of the desktop. So let's open the desktop. I'm not going to show the opening of the desktop because each desktop has their own way of opening the front panel or the side panel. This is my Dell Vostro 220S, and this is pretty simple to open. Just two screws, and the side panel will slide out from the desktop body. So let me open that one and show you the internals of the desktop, and then we'll figure it out what exactly we have to do. So here is how the desktop internals of the desktop looks. So what I've done is that I've opened the side panel of my desktop, and that exposes me to the entire internals of the uh, desktop. And in this desktop, this one is the power supply unit, if you see this particular box. And how to identify which one is the power supply unit in your desktop. So it's very easy. The cable which you hook up to the power socket, wall power socket, that cable, when it comes to the desktop, that particular unit is the power supply unit. So this one is the power supply unit, and you will see that output from the power supply unit is going to the motherboard. So this cable is going to the motherboard. One of the cable is giving the power to the DVD player. Another another output from the power supply unit is giving power to the hard disk. So this one is the hard disk. So basically what we are going to do is we are going to remove all the output uh, output cables from the motherboard, DVD player, and the hard drive, and isolate the power supply unit. That means just the power supply unit, and nothing is going to the desktop. So this way we can figure it out whether the issue is with the power supply unit or the some other component in the desktop. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, this one is the power supply unit. Let me remove this power supply unit cable going to the motherboard. So this is the bunch of cables which is going to the motherboard. So I'm just removing this cable, these cables from here. You have to just pull. So this one I've removed. This cable from the power supply unit is going to the DVD player, so I'm removing that too. Pretty tight. Okay, then this particular cable is going to the hard drive. So I have two hard drives. I think I have to remove them to access that cable. So these two hard drives, so the main cable is going to this hard drive. So I'm just removing this. So I've removed that cable also, so nothing is going to the hard drive. Let me remove this also. And then one more cable is there from the power supply unit, is going to the motherboard. that is this part. So let me remove this cable also. Okay, so I removed everything. Now this entire power supply unit, there is nothing is going to the any of the component of the computer. So basically for the test, what you need is only this pin, basically the clip. So what we are going to do is we are going to make this circuit complete for this power supply unit and see that whether this power supply unit is working or not. And how to check that one? It's very easy. Take this pin, any pin is okay, or if you are not comfortable with the pin, you can take the small wire also. So select any of the black color. So let's select this one is the black color. So this is third number, and short that with the green color. So the green color is this one. So black and green. So basically I'm doing like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch on the power to see that whether this fan runs or power supply unit gets power or not. Okay, so I'm going to switch on this and see there is no power, because in idle scenario, if the power supply unit is good, what will happen is that as soon as you completes the circuit by connecting this green to the black, this circuit will complete and the fan will start rotating. That means in my case I am pretty much sure that the issue is with the power supply unit. So let's take the new power supply unit and replace this existing power supply unit with the new one. Before replacing the power supply unit, what I'm going to show you is that how it works on the how to test the new power supply unit to see that whether it is a working power supply unit or not. So this is the new power supply unit which I've ordered. This I've ordered from the eBay. This is equivalent to the similar power supply what I have earlier for this model, and it is exactly the same color coding and everything is same, so not much is involved. Of course this one is the new power supply unit. Before I hook up and replace the old power supply with the new power supply unit, I would like to show you that let's test this new power supply unit. Of course it will work, but I just want to show you the way we have tested it earlier. So basically complete the circuit by connecting this wire between the red and the green and the black. So that is green to black. So we have completed the circuit. Take the power supply cable and hook it up this new power supply unit, and this one goes in the socket. And see, this power supply unit is good because now the fan is rotating, whereas in the original one nothing was happening. Okay, so now everything is good. So the only thing what we have to do is now let me switch off this one. The only thing now what we have to do is remove this old power supply unit from the desktop and replace this one with this and connect the cables. So to replace this power supply unit, there are 3 screws on the back side of this power supply unit. Let me remove them, and just want to let you know that this depends on the desktop means it varies from desktop to desktop. So in this case only 3 screws, so I'm removing them. The second one also I'm removing, and the third one. And when I remove this one, this entire power supply unit comes out like this. So keep it aside, and this new power supply unit goes here like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up this new power supply unit and then connect all the cables at the appropriate places, and then we'll switch on the desktop. you can forward this video, or if you want to stay, feel free to stay, but it is going to take couple of minutes for me to screw this new power supply unit to the desktop body. Of course these are not fully tight, and with this I'm going to now tighten this one and this one and this one. Okay, so this is good. Now let's remove all these cables. So we know that this cable goes to the motherboard. It is easy plug and play. This cable is for the hard drive, and this is the cable to the, this cable goes to the motherboard like this. Okay, and this cable goes to the hard drive. Let me do it here. Sorry, this one, my bad. So I have two hard drives, so this is going here. Okay, and I can install actually one more hard drive, and this one goes on the this hard drive. Okay, it's pretty tight, so let me hook up this one also, and one more is there, that is this one, which is the power cable for the DVD player. Okay, so I've hooked up all the lines, all the cables, and now I'm going to plug my power cable into the socket and I'll try to power on this desktop and see its moment of truth. So, and it's working. That's it. So basically it's very simple to identify the root cause of the issue, that is the PSU unit in this case, and replace that with the new PSU unit which is working. In case if the power supply unit is not the issue, then it could be something else. I'll cover that in other videos, but this video is only for only to show you guys that how to replace the power supply unit which has gone bad. Thanks for watching.